We walk out today along with hundreds of thousands of other students across the country to encourage advocacy and serious change in legislation to create a positive difference in our society.
I think it went really, really well. I think that JDS is generally really against having any partisan event or program within school grounds or kind of within school supervision. And usually they didn't let us do the first walkout because of that. And I think that it was just a really great way to not only advocate for gun reform, whatever anyone believes is the right way to do that, but I think it was just really amazing and powerful to see all the teachers, students, and administration who, like the latter two, who are usually normally against it, coming together under the one agreement that what's going on in our society right now is just really terrifically horrible.
Voice in the cause of change. It does not mean we will not have our voices heard. We refuse to be silenced and will continue to advocate.
I think that we should all stand united as a people, so that's mainly why I went. And I thought it was really nice that the whole country came together as one in honor of these victims who were killed.
So I didn't go on the walkout the other day because I feel, first of all, I'm against gun control, and I felt like it was under this kind of guise of school safety, but in reality it was this kind of gun control thing. And maybe even if they didn't necessarily reference it, they did encourage people to go to the March for Life, and that has a very gun control kind of headed thing, which is a very partisan issue. And I think that it was also inappropriate for the school to take a stance on whether or not they think that they were taking an actual partisan stance. School, it's an educational institution. It's not the time for us to be walking out and talking about gun control or talking about school safety. My parents pay money for me to learn and to take the time to learn at this school, not to talk about policies within school. I am very, very much for free speech, and I think that people should discuss these issues, but I don't think that school is the appropriate time to walk out or take any kind of stance, especially when it's so heavily associated with one partisan side, and it definitely alienates students, I believe. So if someone doesn't participate in the walkout, someone may ask, oh, are you not for gun safety? Do you want more people to die? Do you not think that we should stop all this gun violence? Of course I do, but I just think that there's different ways of approaching it, and I think this has this very idea about gun control, and it's just inappropriate for the school to alienate students in that way.
It was very meaningful because when you walked out and you see this whole school standing there, and these people, everyone just standing there in the cold, and so I didn't have a jacket, but I knew I had to go outside to support the kids. So it was a very meaningful experience, to be honest.
Yeah, I went on the walkout and I thought it was really well done by the student leaders who planned it and put on speeches. I thought that their message was really good, and it was good that they put a lot of thought into what they were saying.
I thought that the walkout was a good accommodation for what the students wanted, but at the same time I felt like if it wasn't a real walkout, because walkout's supposed to be students walking out of school in resistance, well, what they did was took time. They took 17 minutes, which would have been community time, and just to go outside and do what you want.
I support the cause of the walkout, and I support what they were trying to activate for my students. I don't necessarily think walkouts are the most effective thing, but I think that they do help unify a community for or against something.
I think the whole goal of it was to inspire kids to get the motivation to fight for what they believe for. That's what I think I got a little bit, that I could make a difference, that I could walk out, that I could change the world, just one small thing at a time.
This wasn't just our school. This was something that we were participating in that was nationwide, that thousands of students did. And right now, I really strongly believe that this generation is going to be the one that's going to cause gun reform and big, big changes in our government and society. So the fact that JDS banded together as one bigger power just added another piece to the puzzle that was occurring throughout the entire country, which was really, really great, because even though we're one school, as everyone had that perspective, this walkout would have been so much smaller. But we were able to contribute to this and send a message to our government.
We have to realize as a community and as a nation, this is a political problem and there is a political solution.